What's good, everybody, man? It is your boy Solid back with another solid reaction, man. And today, man, we'll be checking out LeBron James gives up on catching Michael Jordan. I think if LeBron James doesn't win a ring this year, like legit this year, we got to end the debate. Because what's the point? What is the point? Now I mean, yes, he is playing at an all-star caliber level still. Not going to deny you. But I can see the decline if he's not making playoffs no more, if he's not competing anymore. And we all kind of saw this coming. When he went to the West, we all said LeBron James cannot win in the West consistently. Was that not the thing? And then everybody was so happy when he moved to the West because we told him not to move to the West because it's harder in the West. It's harder to win in the West than it is in the East as of right now. Now you can start to see the dynamic change. The East is starting to get a lot stronger. We got Giannis over there. You know, the Celtics doing their thing. We've got Ja doing his thing, stuff like that. I mean, not Ja. I say Ja Morant. God dang it, I'm thinking we got the Heat doing their thing. We got all other teams doing their thing over there. So we got some teams that are making the right moves to make playoff runs over there on that side. Now, even with the West slow decline, LeBron James still cannot get past the Warriors. He's not getting past the Suns. Yeah, Phoenix guy has his number too. So we're gonna check this video out. Is LeBron James giving up on the game? We're gonna find out today, man. I hope y'all guys do enjoy this video, man. If y'all do, make sure y'all hit that like button and subscribe to this channel and turn your notifications on. And don't forget to hit that noti bell so you never miss another solid content. But let's go ahead and get into this one.
Rings would be very helpful for LeBron because he already has Jordan topped in every statistical category that matters and everything else, but Jordan has those rings.
It don't mean anything.
What two more for LeBron means. That means 6 championships for LeBron, and that means the GOAT debate gets kicked into a place I can't even fathom.
It's not.
I'm going to say they win at least one, maybe two in the next 3 years.
If he gets to 6 rings, it's not even going to be a discussion.
Yeah, I can
Over
agree.
the past
I
decade,
guess we can give him that.
Has climbed numerous mountaintops, racked up insane stats. He's won 4 championships, and in the process, become one of the greatest players in NBA history. Also during that time period, one of his major obstacles has been getting 6 total championships, and quite literally, catching the ghost of Michael Jordan. Call it ring culture, whatever you want to, but winning championships still, they matter, and Michael Jordan's 6 is the gold standard for any modern day player. We saw Kobe come extremely close, getting 5, Tim Duncan nearly had 6, and even Steph Curry right now has 4 rings with a very wide open championship window. Now with that being said, we have LeBron James, who also has 4 rings, but unlike Steph, his championship window is very small and closing rapidly. As next year he'll be 38, and his Lakers team is old.
That's my question. Hold on. I got a question for everybody out there who watching this video right now. Can you please tell me in the comments what happens if Curry gets more rings than LeBron? Is he considered the greatest player of all time? Like, because that's legit your only argument. I want you to understand that, because Steph has the shooting record. He's one of the greatest point guards to ever do the game. He's won consistently, actually more consistently than LeBron has, if we're being honest. So here's my thing. If LeBron James loses this year, because they're tied right now. They're tied. Curry and LeBron are tied. If LeBron loses this year and Steph wins another ring, is Steph a better player than LeBron James? Now, I want the LeBron James fans to really be honest here, because if you're going to say that, no, he's not better than all this, then why do y'all ever think that we would let y'all take our king's throne and say LeBron James is the GOAT? If you won't even let a person who is doing better than your actual player in the day's era, and I don't want to hear where they're like 5 years apart. Well, LeBron James and Michael Jordan are like 20 years apart. So what's your difference? You get what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. I just want to know. Y'all let me know in the comments, man. I don't know.
Defense.
He don't play.
Surveying, pulling, no.
Look at this. Look at this. This your man's.
If you're the Lakers, you just got to get back and you got to play the proper defense. They're not getting back.
This your man's. Where's he at? Where is LeBron at? This is your man's. This is your man's, not mine. This is your man's. Look at him. It's 6 points. The game ain't even started hefty, bro. What are you talking about?
The Lakers, you just got to get back and you got to play the proper defense. They're not getting back. LeBron James is not back yet.
That's wild.
And I was in the minority of NBA fans saying the Lakers should trade LeBron James now and cut their losses.
I think they should.
Deal benefits LeBron as well as Lakers franchise. But as expected, LeBron James signed a 2-year deal worth $97 million to remain in LA to at least 2025. Now, this signing is bittersweet. Of course, LeBron James gets his money. He's one of the NBA's highest paid players. But for Lakers fans, their championship window now has effectively closed, and LeBron's quest to get 5 or 6 rings, I say, is officially over.
There's nothing wrong with that.
And look, if LeBron James at age 38, 39, even age 40, wins the championship as the best player, I'll give it up to him and I'll entertain him being the best player in NBA history, as doing that would quite literally be unprecedented and unheard of, really, for
man, I miss Kuzma being on the Lakers.
Tom Brady. But let's be realistic. Looking at LeBron's time in LA, he had one very good season, surrounded by mediocre or below average seasons. As his first year, he missed the playoffs. 2020, he won the bubble championship. 2021, he lost in the first round. And this past year, once again, missed the playoffs. When it's all said and done, LeBron will play 6 years in LA and won 1 championship. And call it a hot take, whatever you want, but looking at these next 2 years, LeBron James in Los Angeles, if they don't make the playoffs or make it past the first round, that even at age 38 and 39 would be a massive failure. As once again, LeBron James is playing the star-studded team in the biggest market in basketball.
Yeah.
And to compare this to Jordan at age 38 on the Wizards, his team won 37 games. Compared to LeBron James last...
Hold on. Hold on. We're not going to talk. Hold on. Let me... Yeah. Hold on. Hold on. Okay, you see this. Look. This is last year. So compared to Michael Jordan's 38 season when he played when he was 38, he won 4 more games than LeBron did. Just saying. That's all I'm saying. Yes, sir. Okay. Now let's get back to the video.
Last year, who in Los Angeles only won 33. And some fans may
with
say
no
LeBron, age 38.
With no superstar. Because remember Anthony Davis. He still got Anthony Davis. He still got some of the best players on his team. Let's talk about Mike's Wizards. Let's talk about it.
Why are you holding this against him when Jordan, age 38, also missed the playoffs, winning sub 40 games? That right there is the nuance and the major difference in these players. As once again, LeBron James on his roster had a stacked super team.
I ain't think we was gonna talk about it.
Compared to Jordan,
look,
Kwame Brown, as well as Tyronn Lue. That Wizards team before Jordan got there only won 19 games and were a pitiful NBA franchise.
That's sad.
My overall point being, you have to look at the context.
Damn, we don't think about that.
As once again, LeBron James, the championship favorite coming out of the West, compared to Jordan, was on a bottom-feeding team. And with the Lakers being so bad, if you honestly ask LeBron James what is his main goal right now, I really think he would tell you it's passing Kareem and racking up total stats. And for us NBA fans, of course, we do value longevity, but for me personally, it's not the end-all be-all in player debates. As things like championships, overall defense, how good you were at your peak, scoring, playoff play, finals play, and how you play in big games and clutch moments matters way more than longevity and total stats.
That's all I'm saying. Like, it just ain't about being, you played the game for 32 years, 42 years. It's not just about that. It's about the simple fact of, okay, how did you play during the playoffs? How many times did you choke? How many times did you get beat by a team? How many times did you go out into the playoffs, into the finals and lose? How many times did you, when it came down to a clutch moment in any given game, were you the person taking the shot? How many times did, when the team needed the bucket to win to go to the next round, were you the key opponent that everybody was looking at? How many times was it that you stood on top of the mound while you diminished the rest of everybody on the court? How many times have you done that? And that's when you can really see the separation between Mike and LeBron. You can very well tell Mike has always been the person. Even when they know it's going to Mike, there's nothing you can do to stop it. with LeBron James, you're not thinking it's going to LeBron because LeBron's not going to make the final shot. If he with the Lakers, I know he's going to Anthony Davis. We're going to double Anthony. Make LeBron take the shot. That's legit what I would do. And it's not a knock on LeBron. I just know LeBron is not a clutch shooter. I know he's not going to make every shot. I can take that 50-50 chance from the three-point line with that little turnaround jumper thing he does, and he might miss. But Anthony Davis is, that's bucket. That's easy bucket, especially if we one-on-one with a smaller center. He's going to bucket that. So I'm not doing that. We're going to make sure we win the game. I'm going to give LeBron some slack, and I'm going to play closer to Anthony Davis just in case he try to him it over the top. I can smack it out the air, pass it to my boy. We run off with it. Game. You get what I'm saying? Michael Jordan, I would face guard Michael Jordan, and I would still be scared that he going to put it over my head. That's the difference. It's just some people don't look at it like that. LeBron James is great. We're not going to say he's not great. Like I'm one of those people who truly believe LeBron James is a great player. But to say that he is on either as great as or on the same level as Michael Jordan is blasphemy. Two different eras. One played in the era where if I hit you in the chest with an elbow, your ass was like, it was like, hey, get up, walk it off. And then another one where if I swing my arm and barely tap your arm, hey, that's a foul. You know, if I say, what the fuck, that's a technical. You get what I'm saying? So it's two different eras, and it's one player being softer than the other. It's just, I don't know.
And as LeBron enters year 20, 21, even 22, without winning any significant hardware, I think the longevity argument actually could backfire when compared to Jordan.
Exactly.
Because MJ comparatively would have accomplished more in 10 seasons than LeBron James in 22.
Exactly.
And using pretty simple logic,
look at
how
that.
can a guy who accomplished more in half the less time not be the greater overall player? One thing I also do want to highlight looking at Jordan Washington, he's the 17th highest paid player on his own team. And out of the NBA, he was 285th near the bottom. Compared to LeBron James now, he's the third highest paid player, only behind Russell Westbrook, who's second. If the Lakers and LeBron James specifically still wanted to win championships, that window is officially closed after this contract.
Yeah.
And speaking of those pay cuts, which LeBron didn't take, look at someone like Tim Duncan, who at age 38 only got $10 million and was not the highest paid player on his own team. Or even Kareem, who also at age 38 only got $2 million, winning a championship in the later stages.
That hook is beautiful.
What I'm saying, looking at older NBA players who still want to win championships, they did take pay cuts in order to get that ring. And looking back at that intro at people like Nick Wright and Shannon Sharp, it is pretty hilarious how they said LeBron James was going to get 5 or 6 championships pretty easily. And looking at his one championship in LA, the bubble ring, I mean, yeah, it counts, but it's not really the exact same
That's what I be saying.
For the past 75 years.
That's exactly what I be saying.
And looking at someone like Anthony Davis, I don't think it's coincidence his best ever playoff run came with no fans, no home court, no travel, and most importantly, a 4-month break.
That's
so yes,
saying,
the 2020 bubble, it counts in the history books, but looking at NBA fans, everyone knows it's different, not the same as every other championship.
Yo, that's what I'm
saying.
saying.
To this day, the Lakers team hasn't had a parade celebrating that championship. And once again, looking at LeBron's contract, a lot of NBA fans say LeBron, age 38, he's worth the money and definitely deserves it, which is 100% true. As still to this day, he draws the biggest headlines, the most influence, and is by far the most talked about player. But once again, with that being said, superstars in the past who wanted to win championships would take pay cuts.
Just so they could win, bro.
Specifically, in the past, he would take pay cuts when he had a good team in a roster that could compete or win the championship. Which once again proves this Lakers team is not winning anytime soon, and LeBron knows that. That's why it's in this mega deal worth $97 million. And looking at the Western Conference alone, you have the Warriors, the Suns, the Mavericks, the Grizzlies, Denver, as well as the Clippers, who are definitely better than the Lakers going into next year.
That's what I'm saying.
That means LA at best, the 7th seed, and playing Phoenix or Golden State in the first round, which once again, they would lose that matchup pretty embarrassingly. My overall point for this video is pretty straightforward. We're looking at the Lakers, they're cooked, they're not winning more championships, everyone knows this, especially LeBron James.
Please don't take this the wrong way, sir, but Your goose is cooked.
And in 2025, it's no secret, he's going to be 40 years old and playing in Cleveland and not Los Angeles. Sorry for the spoilers, but that's what's happening. As always, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you guys next time.
All right, man, that's the end of this video, man. You know, I'm gonna do what I do best at the end and talk to y'all about what's going on. I think he had very valid points, man. And that's what I've been trying to get a lot of people to understand is longevity can be a curse too. If you're not winning at a consistent basis, longevity can be a curse. Look at what we did to Vince Carter. People feel like what do you like? Vince Carter's not raw. Vince Carter was raw, but because he played the game so long and didn't leave at the peak of his game, everybody looks at him different. I think LeBron James is a great player. Don't get me wrong. But by playing twice as long as Michael Jordan and having fewer championships than Michael Jordan, that's not good. And here's another thing. Every team LeBron James has left has been trash. Now, some of y'all might say, that's a good thing. That means LeBron James is great, man. That means he's just golden. That means he's good. No. Hell no. That's not what that means. That means LeBron James doesn't make good teammates. He's not a good teammate. That means he's a good all-star. He's a solo act. He can't make his team good. I tell you what, you take Michael Jordan and you put him on that Cavs team with all them rookies like Wiggins and stuff like that, he wouldn't have traded them away for freaking Kevin Love and all of that. He would have got on Andrew Wiggins. And what you see today with Andrew Wiggins is what you would have seen then with Andrew Wiggins. You get what I'm saying? He wouldn't have had to go through that Timberwolves phase. He wouldn't have had to go to the Warriors and deal with Curry and actually become what he needed to be. He wouldn't have to do none of that because Mike would have made him that. You know? Let's look at another team. When D Wade and them left, same thing. He would have took what's his name, Lonnie Walker or Walker? I can't think. Norris Cole. He would have took Norris Cole and made him good. He would have took other players from that team. I can't remember that roster off the top of my head, so I'm just gonna say the other players on the team. It made them good. Think about that Lakers team. Mike would have killed to be on that Lakers team. Lonzo Ball, Kyle Kuzma. Who else they had? Brandon Ingram. Freaking bro, you had some of the all-stars in today's game. Like some of the players who should deserve to be in the all-stars in today's game, you had on that team. And now they're everywhere because LeBron James. Look, the Lakers legit threw away their future, their whole future for LeBron James. Lonzo was a great point guard. He's going to be a top 5 point guard at the end of his career. And you can write me down on that. Lonzo's going to be a top 5 point guard. When you look at Brandon Ingram, he's going to be a top 5 shooting guard. When it's all said, not top 5, top 10. We'll go top 10 shooting guard of all time. We've got, who else was on the team? Kyle Kuzma. Kyle Kuzma he's going to be iffy. He's going to be like a Charles Barkley. But that's not a bad player. That's still a good player. That's a very good player. If you're in my book, you had him on that team. What is the little Hart, Josh Hart? He's going to be another Derek Fisher. He's going to be a closer, bro. He's going to be amazing. And you threw all of that away. Oh, even what about the white guy? What's the white guy for the Bulls? I can't think of his name right now. It's right there. It's something with a K. I know it's something with a K. Can't think of his name. Is it Caruso? I think it is. I think it's Caruso. He's gonna be fucking amazing. But the fact of the matter is, people aren't gonna look at it that way. They're going to simply say, "Oh, he did the thing he needed to do for them to win a ring." In the bubble, that most of us don't even count. If you count the bubble ring, bro, that means you really trying to give LeBron James that upper hand. Because if anybody knows, it is way easier to play in a gym with nobody watching you. When you go play pickup basketball, when do you start missing? It ain't when you and your homies just sitting there kicking it and doing all that, because you actually wet like water doing all that. But as soon as them shorties pull up and everybody start pulling up to the gym, that's when your shot want to fall off. Yeah. So I don't count the bubble. That's just me personally. If you count the bubble, count that, but you still ain't close. But man, thank y'all guys for checking out this video, man. If y'all want to see me rant some more on LeBron James and stuff like that, make sure y'all hit that like button and subscribe to this channel, man. I will see y'all in the next video. Solid is out. Peace.